Newly promoted Northamptonshire were taught a lesson by Yorkshire on the second day of their LV County Championship match at Headingley, where Jack Brooks haunted his old team by claiming 5 for 36 to enforce the follow-on for the visitors. With Gary Ballance making 117 not out, Yorkshire started this day by making 328 for 7 on day one, and they were to totally dominate the second day, with Ballance continuing his excellent form which is now pushing him as one of the favourites to be representing England in the first test of the summer come June. He was soon advancing towards his first ever 150 for Yorkshire, one which he reached with no problems at all off 235 deliveries, an innings including 21 sumptuous fours and 2 sixes. His recent record in first-class cricket is quite exceptional, and Northamptonshire probably knew that they were bowling at a class act. He was brilliantly supported by Ryan Sidebottom, who held his end up for 90 minutes for his 15. He then missed a ball from James Middlebrook and went LBW. He and Ballance had added 72 for the 8th wicket, but Ballance then followed in the next over when he became the 8th LBW victim, which equalled a world record. Ballance was finally removed for a quite brilliant 174. Brooks came in as last man and soon took his side beyond 400 for the second game in a row. Yorkshire, though, had to make do with 4 batting bonus points. Not that that would have bothered them too much at this stage, as Brooks played an exceptional cameo against the side which brought him up. He was able to record his best score for the county he joined from, Northamptonshire, last year, with a string of great shots, which may have surprised a number of people enjoying the bank holiday sunshine in Leeds. Brooks even managed a top-edge 6 off Maurice Chambers as he made 37 off 39 balls before the declaration came with his side on 459 for 9. Northamptonshire were then blown away in reply, losing their first wicket in the 4th over when Brooks knocked back Middlebrooks off stump. Some movement through the air from Sidebottom then proved to be too much for Stephen Peters, who was yet another to see the umpire's finger raised. 16 for 2 became 27 for 3 when Sidebottom struck again by finding the edge of Kyle Kurtz's bat, Adam Lyth completing the dismissal in the slips. Brooks then produced a beauty to have Rob Newton taken behind for 2, and it was 45 for 5 when Hall edged the same bowler low down to Kane Williamson, who clung on well in a busy slip cordon. There was a brief respite for the visiting batsman when Brooks and Sidebottom took a break, something that Matt Spriegel tried to make the most of. But Brooks then returned to have David Willey held by Liam Plunkett off a crashing drive that left Northamptonshire wobbling on 55 for 6. That was soon 65 for 7 as Stephen Crook gave Brooks his 5th wicket, Crook another batsman who chose the wrong ball to be aggressive to. Plunkett then got in on the act by having David Murphy caught at the wicket for a duck at 68 for 8, leaving it to Spriegel and Chambers to forge the best partnership of the innings of 26. It was one which kept umpire Ian Gould on his toes, just. Sidebottom then finished the innings off. He bowled Chambers after he'd become just the 3rd visiting batsman to make it into double figures, and he then had Azarella caught by Ballance next ball. Sidebottom ended with 4 for 16 and Brooks 5 for 36, his best figures for the county, as Northamptonshire were humbled for just 94, Spriegel ending unbeaten on 29 of those. Andrew Gale then enforced a follow-on, but the clouds came in before Northamptonshire could begin their second innings. They will do that on the 3rd morning when they will begin a massive 365 runs behind. They did well to draw with Durham first up. To do that from here will take something close to a miracle.